Hello, Nublets. Welcome to episode 4 of my Don't Be a Nublet series. Today, we're talking about a new topic, and that is ADSing. ADSing effectively, to be precise. First of all, I'm assuming that you guys don't know what that is, so we need a definition. What is ADS? Well, ADS stands for Aim Down Sight. Or, bring up your scope, your reticle, your iron sights, ADS. Aiming down your gun's line of sight to better acquire and shoot your target. So why is it important? The same reason you don't drive with your eyes closed. We need to see where we're shooting. But Echo, I have a crosshair, I don't need to aim down sight. It's okay, Nublet. Allow me to teach you. Unless you have a laser attached to your weapon, your player is not going to shoot straight from the hip. You have to remember, this is a game that tries its best to emulate real battle. Tries its best, remember, this is not exactly real, but it tries its best to emulate real-life battle, real-life situations. I'd like to see you step out onto the field with a gun at your hip and try to hit your target. But try to hit your target accurately. You won't. Aiming down the sight gives you the advantage of seeing your gun's line of fire so you can acquire that ever-important body, or better yet, head, and blow it apart with bullets. Now, laser sights may improve your aiming from the hip, but it's still not as good as ADS. So for the love of all that is good and nubescent, aim down sight. Right click is your best friend when you're in battle. Well, no, Q is your best friend, but right click is right up there, along with left click, aka actually firing your weapon. Good. Now we all understand what ADS means and why it's important. Now you may be saying, Echo, I'm aiming down sight, but I'm still not hitting my target. Okay, Nublet, let's discuss accuracy. You need to realize the effective distance of your weapon in order to use ADS properly. If I run around with a shotgun and try to shoot a bad guy that's 50 feet away, am I hitting him? No. A shotgun's effective range is somewhere inside of 20 feet. Others may argue it's a greater distance, but those are nublets, like you. Because shotguns shoot in a cone. Shotguns use pellets that fire out from the muzzle and disperse, so the closer, the better for a shotty. SMGs are good for close to medium range. Assault rifles are good for medium to long range. And snipers are good from long to very long range. Granted, most of these weapons can be used up close or at a distance if fired with control. But this is their ideal range. So understanding your weapon's range will help you determine when to ADS and when to not. For instance, when an opponent is within 5 feet, do you think we need to ADS a shotgun? Probably not. Probably not for most weapons, in fact. Unless, if you're using a slower firing gun, like a machine gun or a sniper rifle that has low RPM, because you're going to want to make sure that when you're shooting slower, you have more accuracy. So then you'll want to use ADS. But with a shotty, or high RPM, which means rounds per minute, by the way, SMG or assault rifle, you don't need an ADS with close quarters. You can use it, but that's just time wasted. Look at this, Nublets. It's our 4th session and you've already learned a ton of stuff. You know what ADS is, you know the effective firing range of your weapon, and you know what spotting is. Do you have any more questions for me? Okay. When you ADS your gun, it bounces around too much. Okay. That's simple. When you're firing your weapon, you have to deal with the recoil of your weapon. You see, when a gun fires a bullet, there is this tiny explosion that propels the bullet forward. And that explosion causes the recoil that you're encountering. Each weapon reacts a little bit different, so it's up to you to figure it out. But the best way to counteract recoil is with short burst fire. At range, this will help you control the recoil. The other thing you can do is drag your mouse down as you fire, counteracting the motion of your gun's recoil with slight movements down and to the left or right depending on the gun. When you practice this enough, you will actually be able to burst fire so quickly that to others it may seem like you're just unloading clip after clip. That will take time though, so don't be discouraged. You've spent years turning yourself into a nublet. It will take a while to convert you into a gamer. So I wanted to give you nublets a visual representation of the things that we're talking about today. And so this is going to be a little example of aiming down sight and counteracting the recoil. So we're going to start off, we're just going to be using the M16A3. I got the Cobra sight, the foregrip, and the heavy barrel. You see when I unloaded like that, it just went up and to the right. And the spread started to get bigger as I fired. Now I'm going to back up and I'm going to go again, aim down sight without adjusting for the recoil. And you see the grouping is a little bit tighter as it goes up, still going up to the right though. So now I'm going to short burst fire and see what it looks like. See how the gun is still kicking back a little bit, going up to the right ever so slightly. My grouping is a lot closer, but at a distance that's going to be a much bigger difference. Now I'm going to correct the recoil as I do this. I'm going to pull down a little bit to the left and burst fire and watch the result. Now this is where I'm going to show you just how quickly you can fire this weapon. You can barely notice that I'm quick firing there. The grouping's very close, and I've killed my target 6 or 7 times over. Hope that helps. Well, nublets, I hope this lesson has helped you understand what ADSing is all about, how it's beneficial, and more importantly, how to use it effectively. Take these skills with you on the battlefield, you're going to do just fine. Until next time, I am EchophoX, and remember, if the temperature is above 0, you don't need a sweater. See you next time, nublets.